I assure you that we're open shoe polish on our signs, cause our locks are always broken. You need that view askew, you know we got you, dude. Showing gratitude and always smiling, never rude. Top 5 movie reviews and what's new. We bringing out the big guns when we coming through. Welcome to the stage. Come on, enjoy the taste. Hurry up, don't come and last. You know we love is a sacred thing.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Live from the Secret Stash. I am one of just 2 hosts today, Christian Cordes, joined always by...
I am Michael Zapsik. 2 hosts today. The lovely and talented Julia Zapsik is, she's at home. She got a little bit of a headache from blocking too many people.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think having an opinion.
Just from being just that awesome.
Being that
how
awesome.
How does someone balance being that awesome?
It's the weight of the world is on your shoulders when you're that awesome. And it's like, it weighs you down. And that's why she's got a headache.
Oh, man. Well, we hope you feel better, Jules.
We do. She might be in our comments. We never know. I know she said she wanted to check it out and, you know, maybe
mingle a little bit.
Mingle with the mingle with the commoners. That's horrible. Oh my god.
Hide from us, maybe leave some shitty comments.
Yeah, she's like, what?
Express the true feelings.
If there's like an anonymous, it's like those guys are dickweeds. Like, especially that gray looking mofo. I'm like, yeah, I understand.
Who's Jules Zapsik 101? Oh, okay. That's just Jules leaving us that compliment.
Yeah, seriously. Just do it under a fake name, honey, like I taught you.
How you doing, boss?
We're doing great. I'm telling you, it's wonderful to be back. It's let's talk a little bit about some stuff that's been going on.
Yeah, you guys had a great event last I heard.
Absolutely did.
Fucking knocked it out the park.
Last Saturday, let's thank the people who came out. All the people came out. It was Heroes for a Cause.
Mm-hmm.
They came in. They work with kids in hospitals and kids with life-threatening diseases like cancer and leukemia and diabetes and, you know, life-threatening, you know, serious debilitating illnesses. And we help them make $2,000. What was you? Okay. I'm like, you know me. Oh no!
What? I would never give you shit, but you were prepared to be like, "What are you doing, buddy?"
No, because I thought it was me. I'm like, oh man, no, I was like, oh shit. I hope Christian doesn't give me any shit.
Never.
Like, oh, thank God, it's you.
We're busy gentlemen.
That's true. And I want. So they came out and it was fantastic.
Okay.
We helped them make about $2,000. Batman was here.
Ooh.
We had cosplayers out front.
I did see that. That was a cool costume.
Let's thank Chrissy Wiseman and Jay Boyd and Engelbert Humperdinck was here. Engelbert was doing some tunes back there. It was a human jukebox.
Yeah.
Put a quarter in him and you can't shut him up. Actually, you don't even need the quarter.
You don't even need the quarter when you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So, but thank you guys. It was great.
You know,
I love doing stuff like that. And I love when we have, and we're going to be doing a bunch more of our signings here at the Stash.
Well, because you know what it is the comics tie so closely to the human condition. Like and comics inspire us to do just as much good as we can. There's so many that do.
They do.
That it's like when you get to do something that ties into it so closely that it's always awesome.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're able to do that while operating in the world's greatest comic book store.
And the world's most famous, yes.
And the world's most famous. And then also like embracing that message. Like you're going to have a great time.
Damn straight. And we did. We had a blast. And thanks to the Devils, thanks to everyone who donated, and you know what? A lot of my reservists came out. A lot of my, my regulars were in here. They're like, this is awesome. And
it was packed when I came in.
We were packed. So yeah.
Yeah, no, that was I always love it when you guys do stuff like that. And it warms my heart to know that it did really well. I felt so bad for that dude in the Batman costume though, because I know it was hot.
It was hot as balls.
It was hot that day. What are you doing, dude?
Seriously, because thank God you weren't like leaping from rooftop to rooftop.
I know. I'm like, oh my God.
Do you think that there's got to be something like Batman's got the sweatiest balls. Think about that. He's like,
Oh, that costume must stink.
oh my God.
that costume's got a reek.
He can only wear it once. Or maybe that's like one of his
Maybe,
weapons.
maybe that's why there's like so many variations of the Batsuit. He's always trying to come up with the most breathable
yeah,
option.
oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Like,
Let's try a zebra costume because, man, my balls are sweaty.
you know that they never really like they kind of did, but not fully elaborated on why Michael Keaton's Batman quit in the Flash. That's definitely it. He's like, I couldn't figure out
Seriously.
how to let the old boys breathe.
My boys were mildewing.
Turned into a swamp down
Seriously.
there. Swamp Thing was not a fan.
I kept sitting on him and it hurt. So
Nothing. Nothing a little bat cornstarch can't fix.
I don't see that now. Yeah, no, there's he's
Oh man.
he's sprinkling it down there. He's got Mr. Freeze's freeze ray down there.
He's the richest dude. I'm sure he has a mini AC blowing on his balls at all
I
times.
don't think so. I don't see that happening.
You know,
'Cause
like,
do you hear? I mean,
oh my
because
god.
can you imagine? He's like all stealthy and shit, and then you hear,
It's over, Joker.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like-
like, wait, hang on. Do you hear that fucking noise?
is that coming from your crotch?
Never mind that noise.
Holy God!
Batman.
Do you have something blowing on your crotch? Jesus! I'm like, all right, I'm out of here. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. You take the bomb. I
Oh
don't
my
care.
God.
This is messed up because you've got a fan in your nuts.
You know what? This is why I'm grateful for shows like Harley Quinn on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Because they talk about some of the absurd
Yeah.
things. And now I'm like, listen, forget all that we've got going on right now. This is what I need to know. Like, Bat's got an air conditioner in there somehow or some way.
Did you ever see the? It was like, oh God, I think it was Funny or Die. They did Batman like in real life, the Dark Knight Rises.
Oh God.
And he's like, he was talking about Talia. He's like, I had sex with her. You know, after a full day of running around in this thing, really locks in the juices.
Yeah, no, that's gonna.
And he's like, yeah, she went down on me twice. And it's like, oh, horrible.
Oh God. Bat nips and ball conditioner.
There
Chrissy.
you go.
Yeah, no, I'm just. How the fuck did we? Oh yeah, because it was hot as hell and you had a Batman here.
Yeah, Batman's.
I said
We were
something
talking about
normal,
Batman
and then
sweaty nuts.
And then we delved into just the most
Yeah.
absurd of rabbit
Yeah,
holes.
we fell down that rabbit
Did
hole.
we go full down knots a little bit?
Yeah, we went full down nuts
we
there.
went full down knots.
Jack Tripper.
Oh no.
So,
Oh shit.
huh.
But back to
But it was
some
great.
good. You had
It was
some fun.
we had some fun, and then Sunday Jeff took off. Sunday Jeff usually works Sunday. My man Sunday.
No, I thought
And-
he was a Thursday.
Yeah, he's a Thursday guy. No, Sunday Jeff took off, and Jules and I came in. We and I almost never work Sundays. Sundays are fun to work. Yeah. The only times I ever really work a Sunday when I'm not covering for Jeff is when we're doing an event here. So we had a blast. So,
Nice.
and damn, I haven't had a day off, so I'm kind of tired. But
Okay. Which is why we're gonna have a half-hour show today, folks.
yeah. So
But no,
that's why
no.
we're talking about bat nuts.
Oh yeah, for sure. You could tell. But but no, that's actually funny because I was actually considering coming in here on Sunday, and I'm
You
now I'm
should've.
like, damn it, I could have brought Brandon and Mia. I was
Yeah.
gonna show them. Mia's never been here, my sister.
Really?
Mia's never been to Jay
Damn.
Silent
Why
Bob's.
not?
Brandon loves it here. Mia's not like too much into comic books. Nothing personal. It's just like she loves the movies and stuff. But
Gotcha.
like, and then by the time I started doing work here, she was already on the West Coast.
Okay.
So it was like I didn't get to show off or nothing. So I'll get my sister here eventually.
But you had a busy Sunday.
I did. Holy
You were
crap.
shooting Clerks.
Yep.
Over at the Smodcastle Cinemas.
Yep.
And then you did Caddyshack.
Actually, Caddyshack, they ended up not needing me. But
Oh.
for shooting Clerks,
I
That
would have
was-
been watching it myself. I would have been like,
shoot,
fuck this.
listen, I love Caddyshack,
Yeah,
but it's one of those movies I've seen it so many times.
me too. But
But I love it.
but watching it with Kev, that'd be great.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Damn it. Did you see, like, you got. I can't believe we didn't think of this when we were fucking talking about the bat nuts. Bat nuts.
Well, I wasn't about to go. Oh, come on, low hanging fruit.
It's there, but
Like
it's great.
Well, low hanging like Batman's nuts.
Okay,
They were,
all right.
yeah.
Yeah, but no, it was Shooting Clerks was amazing. Like shooting Clerks, I had expectations for that because I remember seeing Kevin's reaction to it on Comic Book Men in the final
Yeah.
season, which we found out that day. That episode aired on the same day Kevin had his heart attack.
Wow.
Yeah, no, he had put it together on stage, like was like pulling dates, and everyone was like, "Yeah, it aired the same day," and
Oh shit.
yeah, no, it was crazy.
Because we used to do color commentary. Ming and I would live tweet Comic Book Men, and I think I stopped doing it in the last season because I forgot why.
Life happens.
Life happens, and yeah, I mean, I did it for 6 seasons, and then the last season I was like, you know what, nah.
I'm having fun.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep. So, and besides, I'm not staying up till like 4 a.m. when they were bouncing us around.
Oh yeah,
Because they bounced us oh man, it was horrible. Because last season they're like, man, we're gonna put you on at 2 a.m. Like, why? Like, cause you're going up against the
You're
fucking
going up
Sham
against
Wow
something.
guy. Yeah, the Sham Wow guy.
That's
And I was
so
like,
dumb.
all right, cool. And Sham Wow guy, well, we kicked his ass. So
I mean, you were the Comic Book Men. You guys just naturally kicked ass.
thank you.
But yeah, no, it was just I had expectations based on that and the clips that they had showed in that episode, which you guys are still in, by the way. You, Ming, Walt, everybody still makes those cameos where they shot in the old shack.
Mhm.
It was crazy to see because
Are you sure? Because I don't think Walt ever shot for that.
He's in it.
Was he? Are you sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's in it. Almost everybody makes a cameo. But
Okay.
when I tell you that this was one of the coolest, like low budget movies I had seen in a minute,
Mhm.
I was so impressed because one of the things about that movie is that you can't even tell, aside from one thing, that it was shot in Scotland. Like they shot it across the pond,
Mhm.
and I wouldn't have been able to tell the difference. Like Chris, the director, is a very smart individual because the way that he framed and shot that movie with his DP,
Mhm.
you can't tell. Like they had a unit come out this way to shoot like exterior plates of the quick stop areas around Leonardo. Cool scene where the Smod Castle doubles as a theater at Sundance, which was really funny to see. I was like, I know those exit doors,
Of
but
course you do. Yeah.
but like it was just such a fun and inspiring movie. Like if you're kind of like not if you're in like a creative rut, it's one of those movies to watch.
Okay.
And I really, really did enjoy it. It was a wonderful experience, and it was awesome to see the people involved in such. And it was a
Gotcha.
good time. It was a great time.
Ryan, Jay, they came in
Yeah.
like Tuesday.
The director, the co-producer, and another co-producer came in, as well as the man who played young Kevin came in and did their Q's and A's. Bob Hawke also came down. It was cool. Yeah, no, it was a really good time. It was
I heard-
also very awesome because I stepped outside after the screening was over. I stepped out of my little booth
Mhm.
upstairs, and wouldn't you know, it was still daylight outside.
That's weird, right?
Yeah, it was very, very strange.
So yeah.
But I loved it. I loved Shooting Clerks. So the next chance you people get to go watch it, do it. It's going on tour right after this too. So if it's got to stop in your city, go check it out. That was a good movie.
Cool.
Oh,
So, oh my goodness. So yeah, it's been a wild week.
yeah, no. And
Yeah.
it's when we do this, it's just kind of like, it's very lax. And it's just like, especially coming off of this, just like so much happening and then just back to the coasting of normal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm like, all right. I just we're setting up a room for Jay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Because
so-
he's coming through.
Yeah. Well, he needs a Twitch room, and rather than have him just twitching down here, now he's got his own dedicated Twitch room upstairs.
Ah, okay.
And I painted. I could have gotten somebody to paint, but I painted.
You did it.
I did it. I was
Okay.
like, I'm like, to heck with this. I want some.
I
I want some skin in the game.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah. So we
I
did.
made this for you,
It
Jay.
was pretty cool.
This is dope. A little bit of comic book news too. Not so much fuck the suit stuff this week. I mean, aside from that strike that's still going on, we still say fuck them.
Yeah, fuck
But
them.
in terms of them making some especially stupid decisions, nothing major. I did peep the financier behind what's the movie? Avatar, and
Okay.
a lot of the more recent big Disney blockbusters are suing Disney because, of course, by Hollywood accounting, they're not making any money.
Of course they're not. Because, I mean, yeah.
Because why?
Because
fuck the suits.
Because fuck the suits. Because they want to keep all the money for themselves.
Of course they do.
Because they're not creative at all. They're just.
Don't you see Mickey Mouse's pupils? They have the money signs in them.
Yes, it's Mickey Mouse's Eisners.
Oh my god!
Yeah, there you go. I started watching that the DC, the super powered. Have you caught it on HBO Max or Max? I'm sorry, Max. Stupid.
I hate that shit.
So do I. But it's called DC Superpowered, the DC story.
Oh, is it the documentary?
It's a documentary. It's like in 3 parts, and it's Rosario Dawson does the narration, which is there you go. But
that's easy sell.
So they start out and they start talking about Superman, and they start talking about how awesome it was, and these 2 kids who from Cleveland, Ohio, Siegel and Schuster, Jerry Siegel and Joe Schuster created Superman, and they didn't flinch away from how much of a scumbag the people were from back in the day.
Wait, was this made by DC?
It was.
That's
well. Let's put it this way: Warner Brothers, who owns HBO Max, which owns everything, and owns DC, they're not shying away from showing. They're bat nuts, essentially.
All right, call back. There you go. We went full down nuts.
Yeah.
No, that you know what? Honestly, I'm not surprised. Warner Brothers has always been one of those companies that doesn't kind of shy away from the more risky sides of their history, douchey sides of their history. I'll never forget this. I remember when they released the OG Tom and Jerry shorts on like DVD or Blu-ray. And instead of censoring them like some other companies would, they put a disclaimer at the front of the thing like, hey, we know we made these, but they were made at a time when this was okay. And this is not okay now for certain portrayals and certain stereotypes.
Of course.
It's the same thing they did with The Muppet Show when they re-released that, where it was like they just put a disclaimer instead of hiding it, which I was like, you know what? That's cool. So to hear that DC kind of follows in suit with that.
Well, they do it, and it's not a disclaimer. They're like,
we fucked up.
Yeah. No, but at the time, they're like, well, you know what? This is what it is. And, they talk about how these guys got the shaft. And I've seen, it's not on there, but I've seen that Jerry Siegel sent DC like a whole bunch of things like, I can't even, help my kid out.
Yeah.
And you people are making millions of dollars of
one of them was working as a cab driver.
Yeah. I think I told you that story. Yeah.
There's another show that did their story a couple of years ago, and I remember being blown away by it to the point that like I had never heard the story and being put to tears with like, oh my God, how do we treat heroes like that?
I know.
Like that. Like
it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And the fact that there's like a form of that still kind of happening.
It's happening. I mean, you're seeing it right now in the SAG and the actor strike. I mean, right
I'm not
here.
even just talking about that. I remember that there was a charity we had discussed early on in this show that your buddy that was very, very supportive of that passed away. I'm just blanking on the name right now, and I don't know why. His shirt hung up in the stash for the longest time.
Oh, Hero.
Yes.
Because the Hero Initiative.
Yeah, because their Hero Initiative was to help out comic book creators who were struggling. And the fact that that's even a thing that's necessary still is ridiculous.
It is. It's horrible. And well, they're freelancers, and that's part of the problem.
Yeah, but should they be? No,
They really shouldn't.
like
No.
you're creating these iconic characters, and the fact that you're not giving them like even a percentage, like even a fucking crumb of the billions you're making off of these fucking
Well,
characters.
if you look at Image Comics
Mhm.
and their Stan Lee, as it were, right now is Robert Kirkman, and he does this. He gives back. There's a guy who knows what it's like, and I mean, he's not like a one hit wonder, like some other comic creators I could mention. I'm not going to mention.
no, don't, Mike. I know you're so tempted. Don't do it.
But Kirkman gives back. Kirkman, I mean, Walking Dead was a juggernaut, and still on AMC is a juggernaut. They still have multiple, platforms on which it is popular.
Mhm.
So I'm like, wow. And the dude, he doesn't have to work a day in his life, and yet he's still out there being a comic book ambassador,
Which is wonderful.
He's a
Like,
pretty cool guy. Got to meet him once,
and especially when you
Amazing.
don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Knowing that you can rest on your laurels and your success, and you're still out there fighting for the little creator. Like that to me is such a strong. It says so much about who you are,
Right.
and in the best way possible.
Absolutely.
And to hear that he's that dope, that's
He is
really
pretty
cool.
damn dope.
And then he also helped make that, right?
What?
The Iron Bob suit. Didn't he help with that, or just help design it?
No, that's Robert Kurtzman.
Oh, that's Robert Kirkman. I'm fucking stupid and tired.
No, that's fine. You're okay. But let's get off that stuff, and let's talk something that you and I are both fans of. And they had the season finale of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds.
You've been preaching about this show
I have
since this show started.
I've been preaching about this show since it was
Greenlit.
since it was Star Trek Discovery, season 2.
Okay.
And Anson Mount was Captain Pike on there.
And you were like, I'm sold.
No, as soon as I saw him be Captain Pike,
Mhm.
Anson Mount, 10 minutes in, I'm like, he's my favorite captain. And I loved Lorca, and I am a Kirk guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Shatner, say what you want about him. There are people who are like, he's a curmudgeon. And
You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
right.
96 years old or 94
Listen,
years.
when you've been
however
through that
old the
much
dude
and you're still here, you're
Yeah.
allowed to be grumpy.
yeah, he can tell you to get the fuck off his lawn as much as he wants.
And I'd smile leaving.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly. You betcha. Especially if you're like taking a dump on his lawn.
yeah, exactly. Be like, "Can you
Oh,
get the fuck
crap.
off my lawn?" Absolutely, Captain.
You got it. Yeah. And oh my God.
So how did this season go out?
On a cliffhanger. So you fucks over at the networks, get your fucking shit, get it all together,
Oh,
get
okay.
your shit together, and fucking end this thing. So my writing brothers can get back to writing.
So I can get my
So I can
season
get
3.
my season 3 of Strange New Worlds. You fucking suit wearing motherfuckers, get off your asses, you pieces of shit, and get it
I love
done,
those
because
shorts.
it was the best cliffhanger. I'm like, no,
Oh shit.
and I'm hoping, I'm like, maybe, just maybe, like the season doesn't end on this cliffhanger, but it does.
It does. Oh
And
my
you
God.
suck. And it's a testament to their acting abilities. There's not anyone on the show
Mhm.
who is not phenomenal, because they brought in Carol Kane this season.
Did they really?
Yes. So Valerie from Princess Bride.
See, listen, I've already started watching. Like, I'm 2 episodes in, and I'm already digging this show because I don't got no Orville to look
I
forward
got
to.
you. Okay.
So now I'm like, okay, if I got 2
you
seasons,
finally have to. Oh, I finally have to listen to Zapsik and his fucking preaching about this goddamn show. You're two episodes
I
in.
wanted to start Discovery, but then I was just like, I know that goes downhill. I'd rather have fun with where this goes
You should have done just season 1 and season 2,
and then go into it.
and then go into it.
Okay,
and
then I'll do that.
Scrub
instead.
that. Go to season 1 of Discovery. It's a little. It starts to get preachy, but it's really really cool, especially if you're
Star Trek always been a little bit preachy.
not
That preachy.
not Strange New Worlds, man. Strange New Worlds is just fun. It is like someone said that this is like a reconfiguring of Star Trek. It's not a reboot. This is a reconfiguration
Oh.
of. This is what Roddenberry originally thought Star Trek, the original series, should be. Because
That's
yeah,
mm.
it's more of. I can't even call it a reimagining, but it's just so damn cool.
Wait, what was the word you said? I like that.
Re-engineering.
Re-engineering. I like that.
Yeah, so do I.
I like that a lot.
So
'Cause-
go watch Discovery, because back in the day we never heard about Spock having a foster sister.
No.
So
Okay. All right,
it-
Check. I'm listening.
okay,
But no, I mean, it is one of those things where it's like, I like that you're the rededication to Roddenberry's initial vision. Like that type of stuff is really, really interesting to me, especially when you know that there's such a clear divide between knowing what he worked on or was able to work on in
Mhm.
his lifetime and then everything that came after.
right.
So to know that there is something that is still so closely linked to that original mission statement. All right. Yeah.
Well, let's put it this way. That was an original fuck the suits moment. If you watch the
the
pilot
making of
of
Star Trek is a whole fuck the suits moment.
well, Star Trek, the original pilot was his idea of there's no race, no color, no nothing, except what the aliens bring to the table.
Mhm.
Everybody is everybody's brother on the ship, and you had a smiling Spock.
That's right.
No, it was actually kind of cool. When you saw Spock smiling, you're like, "Oh, that's pretty dope."
One emotion. Logical.
One emotion, horniness. There you go.
Joshua says it's the same mold of clay just shaped into a new piece of art. I like that. Didn't Roddenberry's son take over too? Like
Yes,
he's
Eugene.
also a huge part of it as well.
Eugene Roddenberry, he sure did. Akiva Goldsmith, I think. Akiva Goldsmith or
Mhm.
Goldsman. Akiva Gold something. He is a huge. He's a showrunner, I think, on this, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna be like, "Oh, this is just amazing."
Because it also starts out where it's very episodic in nature, which I'm also really digging, while still having like a little bit of a story there.
Goldman.
Like, okay, there we go. Oh, and Alex Kurtzman. I know that name, Jenny Lumet. No fucking way.
Oh, Sidney Lumet.
Sidney Lumet's daughter.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's cool as fuck. Okay.
There you go. So you should be hooked.
Yeah, no,
So-
listen, from what I've been starting to watch already, like I'm already like into it.
Mhm.
So now to go back to Discovery, which
Mhm.
I started and just kind of listen, when that whole network, the new streaming services started, it was just a bit of a clusterfuck. So it always
course
get
it was.
lost in the
Sure.
sauce. But from how much you praise it and the fact that this is the first Trek show with a musical number.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
that was
I'm in.
so. There are very few shows that can pull off the musical episode.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. Even the Simpsons were unable
To
to
do it like fully.
to do it fully, to go full down nuts. If we're to be
Yeah.
completely honest, Buffy the Vampire Slayer did it successfully.
Yeah. Scrubs.
Scrubs was very very good, and there was an internal logic here that was undeniable. And I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, that sucked," and well, you don't have to
Then
like it.
suck
Yeah.
on these bat nuts.
Yeah, exactly. You can suck on the dude's bat nuts.
Suck
So-
on these swampy bat nuts.
There you go. His swamp things. right?
And you call me out for the low hanging
Oh,
fruit.
come on, buddy.
Okay,
Come
that
on,
was
buddy.
pretty good.
That was all right.
Yeah. Someone had a question for you, actually.
Oh, I like
and
questions.
then this will actually
Dovetail?
probably
Fantastic.
into your usual segment. This is from Joshua again. Hey, Mike and Christian. Batman Gargoyle of Gotham, worthy series to watch out for? Question mark.
Sure, why not? I don't know just yet. I haven't been given much of anything. I got a little bit of an ash can that came in,
Mhm.
which sounds a lot dirtier than it is. But yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Okay.
So
I like the title. I don't know anything about
yeah,
it, but
Batman Gargoyle.
Hmm.
It's like they all get together and talk about, yeah, Batman had his foot on my head.
I mean, people trust your comic book opinions because
thank
you have that great segment.
Called?
All right, Monsieur Zapsik. What you
Not even a little ham-fisted.
No, not even
Loved
a little
it.
bit, but that was awesome.
That was
All right,
great.
what you got?
Let's go with numero uno is Batman Superman World's Finest number 18 by Mark Waid. And I'm trying to find this dude's name. It is Travis Moore does the art. And this is the secret origin of the World's Finest team, which is pretty damn cool. And so the Riddler, kind of,
Did his thing.
being the Riddler, he writes a riddle in Kryptonese,
Ooh.
which is just really weird because
How does he know?
well, Superman knows.
Okay.
But how does the Riddler know?
Yeah.
We're about to find out because Superman's like, I'm the only one on the planet who knows Kryptonese.
Yeah.
So unless this is an insane, coincidence that he's able to, make this Kryptonese make sense, you're dealing with another Kryptonian. So he went over to Gotham to find out where Batman hangs his cowl.
Mhm.
And he and Superman figure out each other's identities. It's actually pretty cool.
In this
It's
book.
really clever. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
I'm really digging this. I like the layout. Of
Yeah, the
this
artwork
book.
is really cool.
The artwork is especially cool, but like I'm looking at this and the way that this is like drawn out really makes me, or at least reminds me of something like. I feel like I'm watching this more than I'm like reading it.
Cool.
I
there you go.
really
That's
dig that.
that's like the height of I don't know, the height of excellence, I guess.
But then a small little detail that I love: the pinstriping has returned to the Batmobile.
Of course, and it should. Like that. So is there a Kryptonian at play here? You bet there is. And
What a
it's
cool setup!
And it's pretty cool.
Out of all the people, too, the fucking Riddler.
Yeah, the Riddler and a lesser known Kryptonian villain. Not Zod,
All right.
folks. Not Zod.
What do we got next?
Next up is Uncanny Avengers number 1. All right. There's been some shit happening in the Marvel Universe where there's Orcus is a humans only front that wants to take mutant kind off the board. And
Mutant genocide?
there's much mutant genocide in not necessarily just this book. But they've been getting some villains together, mutant and enhanced. And they're just like, you know what? We want to get rid of the mutant kind.
You know, because that always works out.
It does.
Right?
It always works out.
It always works out
well.
so well in these comic books. It's not like they fight back or anything.
No, because not like you've got a guy who controls, the entire magnetic spectrum.
Yeah, nothing too fancy.
Nothing at all. But this is really cool because Captain America puts together an all mutant team
Ooh.
to take the fight to Orcus, because Captain America is nothing if not all about kicking fascist ass.
You might have to put on the comics college hat for just a second. Orcus.
Orcus is it's a front that just wants world domination.
Oh, okay. It's a front, not as much
Yes.
a character. Okay.
And it's a group of people. They've taken over where Shield left off.
Okay.
Yeah, so self-proclaimed. Self-proclaimed. The self-proclaimed protectors of humanity. So they can go screw.
Okay. All right.
Next up,
Whoa.
Dwellings.
What?
This is an Oni Press book, and it's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna let you take
This
a look
looks
through 'em.
insane.
It is. It's like
It looks like the way that this is.
it looks like Little Lulu meets
like Peanuts.
Peanuts
like,
meets Nancy meets. Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of like little things in here.
This is very like
It's
old school.
Very
like-
cutesy,
Yeah, it's cutesy.
like
but
Sugar and Spike.
and then it reminds me of just the newspaper comics. Like, oh, this is dope.
Yeah, and it's all about murder. It really is. It's about I am a murder of crows. So their crows are they feature prominently in this. So
What better way to do a comic book about murder than to make it cute as hell?
yes, exactly.
I like this. This
Yes.
is a cool looking book. And I like how it's purposely made to feel very retro. Like even the way that it's printed in its artwork, it's like
Yep.
slightly faded and askew a little bit. Yeah, no, I'm digging this.
Yeah.
I like that vibe.
And then they've got the old school ads like on the back.
Oh, do
and
they really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Elwitch costumes. Nice. So
That's dope.
and speaking of crows, here's Raven. This is
that was a pretty good segue.
I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Tales of the Titans #2. This is starring Raven, and this touches on her origin again as the daughter of Trigon.
Mhm.
Trigon.
Is this in like a post Teen Titans era, or
We're in the Teen Titans.
or we're
era.
in it? Okay,
Well, we're in the Titans era. They're
not teens.
they're
as
not
much.
teens anymore. They are just the Titans, and they're kicking ass and taking names. So it's pretty damn cool. This cover's reminiscent of George Perez's because there was a 4-issue series, God, going back almost 35 years
with a similar cover.
with similar cover. Yes,
That's cool.
yeah. So that's pretty bad. Actually, is it 30? Almost 40 years. Jesus.
Let's not overthink that.
Let's not overthink that. But yeah, she's been around for a while. So this is really, really cool. And talking about Trigon.
And next is
And our number 5 is Alpha Flight.
Alpha Flight.
Have you ever heard of Alpha Flight?
Is the only thing I do know. Was it a Wolverine centric team?
Originally, it was supposed to be. Originally, they were introduced in the pages of X-Men
Mm-hmm.
a long time ago, like close to 40 years ago.
It was 40 years ago.
It
today.
was. And this is James McDonald Hudson, and he is he's called Vindicator or Guardian in here, and pretty badass. This is an homage cover, and you've got Puck, one of my favorite of the superheroes. He is a diminutive. He's about 3'8", and he can spin and gamble like a puck. So he does like cartwheels and he knocks people over. It's pretty badass.
He took what could sound like a really ridiculous power and made it cool.
It was looking ridiculous. It looked ridiculous back in the day. It was funny as hell. Because you're like, holy shit. And John Byrne created these guys, and it was pretty badass. Like right here. It's
Kicking ass and taking names.
yeah,
Holy
it's
shit.
got Puck kicking the crap out of a Wolverine wannabe, Dakin.
Oh, is that who's on the cover?
Yes, that's Dakin right there, who was Wolverine's son.
Wolverine's son.
Yes, Wolverine's kid.
wow.
Dark Wolverine. Snowbird. And there's a plot twist at the end that I'm not going to give away, but this was actually a great issue, especially number 1.
Ah, okay.
So
And where can you pick these up?
you can pick these up at your local comic store. And if you don't have a local comic store,
Do we got a deal for you?
you can come here to Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. You can go to, just go on our website, go to secretstashonline.com. Should be someplace. I think it's secretstashonline.com. That's secretstashonline.com.
I'll find out the site. It is I think it's
Now, it's not Jay and Bob. Trust me. It's Secret Stash.
Secret Stash. Secret Stash Online. There we go.
Secret Stash Online. Didn't I say that?
No, you
Thought I
said
said
Secret Stash.
I thought I said Secret Stash Online.
Something else.
Secretstashonline.com.
But then that's how you become a reservist.
Go under the reservist banner and just click a bunch of stuff on there. Send us your information. We'll send you a pull box link. Then our fine folks here will get in touch with you. Actually, you'll get a call from Julia Zapsik inviting you and taking down some information that we need to send you your weekly, monthly comics. I think
that's a damn good deal.
You get 15% off just by signing up. All we ask is that you have at least one active subscription.
There you go.
And yeah, 15% off. And we'll send out monthly unless we make other arrangements with you. But you get the more you buy, the more you save. The more you read, the better off you are.
Well, there you go.
You have an incredible vocabulary at that point, folks. Comics gave me a vocabulary of over 200 million words. Facts.
Is that why you're doing the word of the day segment when Julia's not here?
No, you can. That's why I'm ignoring the word of the day.
Fair enough. Colin Jorgensen has a comment. Puck was never cool.
That's not true. Puck was always cool. Creepy, but cool.
Okay. And then Joshua says, I left my number today with Jeff. I'm assuming that's for the reservists and stuff like that. So, thanks.
My number with Jeff. Excellent. Thank you, Joshua. That's fantastic.
Most excellent. And then Charles is encouraging all of you guys to buy all the books. Buy all the
Do
books.
it, cowards.
Do it, cowards. Don't prove Charles
Charlie.
right. Don't prove him right. And then Joshua's also hoping to get the entire Gargoyle of Gotham variant. So I'm assuming there's a bunch of different covers.
I will try to get you what I've got, but if you're looking for one for 50, Josh, you're going to have to buy 50 copies of Gotham Gargoyle.
I don't know if it's that good of a comic book,
Yeah.
but I can't make that recommendation, but shit.
If you need 50 copies.
Speaking of comic books, Mike, when a new comic book movie comes out,
Yes.
when it's a new character, sometimes if it's their first venture onto the big screen,
Okay.
do you ever notice a fluctuation in more comics being purchased of that character?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, do you have a memorable one? Like, do you remember, like, oh yeah, Avengers, we fucking sold out of Avengers comics in like a week.
All the time.
All the time?
Yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Spider-Man,
Oh yeah.
Avengers, also a big one. Iron Fist.
Oh yeah.
When they announced the Iron Fist television show, people came in droves and ate up all of our Iron Fist comics.
Well, I'm only telling you this because I think you should probably get some extra stock for Blue Beetle because it is apparently expected to beat Barbie
Wow.
at the opening weekend box office.
Holy
People
crap.
are that excited for this movie.
This sounds amazing. And we're going to get a little bit of Ted Kord action in there as well. Anybody who has ever watched Young Justice knows who Blue Beetle is. Blue Beetle was introduced in the Infinite Crisis by Jeff Johns and I think it was Phil Jimenez who was doing the art chores. Somebody can fact check me on that one, but it was Jeff Johns who came up with the idea of there's another Blue Beetle out there. So
I am not gonna lie.
Jaime Reyes.
I am hype for this movie. Like, it looks great. Like, I'm already a fan of oh my god, Cobra Kai on Netflix. I love the kid who's the lead on that show.
Of
and
course.
he's also in here as Blue Beetle. But like
As Jaime Reyes.
as Jaime Reyes. but just the everything that I've seen about this movie, from the trailers to the way that they're even promoting the advertising, I am just excited. And I haven't been this excited for a DC movie in a minute, honestly.
If ever.
Well, I mean, the last one I could really say that I was like hyped for, honestly, Shazam, the first one.
Okay.
Because well, for one, there had never been a Shazam movie, and I was like, oh, I know who this character is, and just from that alone, and from someone who was a fan of the person who was making it, I was
Gotcha.
like, yes.
Okay.
But then with this, I was like, oh my god, DC, that's the fun I'm looking for.
There you go. Last time I was excited about a DC movie was the '89 Batman. I'm
All right, that's fair.
And
You got me beat.
because they beat the living crap out of me with Batman. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that. Batman Returns. I was excited about Batman Returns because Batman was so great, and Batman Returns. I thought Batman Returns was. I thought it was a great movie. It really was. It was. Unfortunately, it's one of those movies that came out. It came out in the summertime.
When it should have probably come out in the winter.
Yeah, it was a Christmas movie. I would have loved for it to be, because you come out of the theater, it's like blinding heat and sun, and they're like,
just watch the cold ass Penguin movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're like, God damn, I'm
Yeah,
sweating my balls off, sweating my bat balls off.
Movie companies have been dropping the ball like that for a very long time. Like, why would you release a Haunted Mansion movie in the heat of the summer and not during Halloween? I
don't get that.
I don't get those decisions, and that's why fuck the suits.
Yeah,
like,
fuck them.
But it looks very fun. Joshua did remind me, the Suicide Squad by James Gunn. I was excited for it, but that again, I was excited for more because Gunn was involved, and then I was another Suicide Squad movie.
Right, because we had the Jared Leto
Joker
fest.
Yeah, and I was not really a great fan of that.
And wasn't
one.
he like bitching about that too? And he gave people like dead rats and stuff.
Yeah, like
that's like getting into hey, I'm Method. I'm gonna give you a dead rat. It's what the fuck? Yeah, no. You're Method.
Yeah,
right, cool. Yeah, because being Method when you're playing the Joker always works out well.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but I'm excited.
Fuck wit.
Yeah, but I'm excited for Blue Beetle. I'm curious as to how well it'll do, because this movie also started its marketing campaign in the middle of the strike, so the actors haven't been able to talk about it. There's no premiere,
of course.
Which, I mean, hey, listen, we stand in solidarity with the people, but some things get affected by all this stuff, which is why the suits need to get off their ass and make a fucking deal.
Yeah, and you need to make it fair, you fucking pieces of shit.
Exactly. Sorry, but Blue Beetle is going to bomb. I don't think so. Someone named Tony Cap. Tony, I don't think you're right. Respectfully, I disagree.
Tony sounds like a suit, man.
Tony.
I almost never say that about our fans, but Tony, I'm smelling suit, buddy.
That's a mighty strong suit energy.
Yeah, I'm smelling. Yeah.
Suit. Damn. Okay. I don't. I mean, it's true. You're giving off mighty strong suit energy. Yeah. And then Charles hits it out of the park. Respectfully to all method actors, fucking knock it off.
Yeah, please do. I mean, that's just don't make me call you what? Don't make me call you Sergeant Rock or Lois Lane or what? Fuck that noise.
There is, every time I've heard of method acting, it has never been in either a serious context or nothing has been said like in a positive light about it.
No.
Like every time I've heard about it, I've never heard a positive thing said.
Brian Cox was like, method actors make me sick. I think that's exactly, and I think he threw a couple of fucks in there, but yeah, that's. I'm gonna
listen to him on this one.
We'll always listen to Brian Cox.
Don't method act, kids. No. It's not worth it.
Don't go full method actor.
Don't go full method actor, Mike. I think that's about it, boss. I think in terms of news and stuff, I think we got everything we got.
Fantastic.
Got across. Is there anything to promote for the stash?
Yes, we've got something coming up. Actually, it's what do we got for the stash? It's going to be no. This is going to be for the Yes, it is for the stash. It's gonna for the stash and for the Smodcastle. I'm sorry, brain aneurysm. On August 25th, there is going to be a live Fat Man Beyond with Mark Bernardin and Kevin Smith. Is it sold out yet?
I believe it is. I believe.
Unfortunately, I think it's sold out. But that being said,
but does that mean my boy's coming here for a signing?
of course, the next day,
Yes,
Mark will be here from noon to 3. So, pardon me, we're going to be doing, or is it noon or 11? Whatever. It's going to be noon to 3. Let's say noon to 3.
Okay.
If he's here at 11, then so much the better. But you should be here at 11 anyway. I mean, you got to do.
Yeah.
What's you're like so fucking important? You can't get here an hour early? Holy shit. Who the fuck do you think you are?
A suit?
Yeah.
Don't be a
Jesus.
suit. Get here early.
You're a method suit.
A method
fucker.
suit.
A
method suit.
Come and say hi to Mark Bernardin. He's gonna be signing Adora and the Distance, one of my favorite graphic novels, original graphic novels.
Book.
He's got Genius Volume 1 and 2 here. We're gonna have copious amounts of his Darth Vader Red, White, and Black number 3 with his story in there. Fantastic. I tried to get Distillery to send me to let us get Devil's Cut number 1 early, but unfortunately they couldn't break street date. But we will have Messenger, the Muhammad Ali story here.
Nice. Awesome.
So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, no. I mean, you already said the event we're having at Smodcastle, so I got nothing to say.
Damn straight.
But hey, thank you guys again for tuning in to another episode of Live from the Secret Stash. Mike, as always, thanks for kicking ass with me.
Thanks for having me. And Julia was not in the comments.
Yeah, maybe it was that suit comment.
Oh my God, maybe you're that Tony Cap. Tony Cap is Julia's
Tony, we
happening.
know you're Jules.
All right, Jules.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
that was a
you
great.
crack me up.
Take care, guys.
Have a great night.
Hey kids, we're live at the Secret Stash with Mike, Julia, and Christian. It's a hella bash. Tune in and check out the podcast. We got the nerd button on repeat and we're gonna smash. Come on in and I assure you that we're open. Shoe polish on our signs cause our locks are always broken. You need that view askew? You know we got you, dude. Showing gratitude and always smiling, never rude.